Hello, everyone. I am honored to be part of International Conference on Business, Economics and Policy. I am Mjellma Bujupi, PhD candidate at South European University Tetovo, North Macedonia. Today, I will present the factors influencing value-added tax in developing countries. The structure of the paper: introduction, literature review, data and methodology, conclusion, and at the end, references. This research aims to analyze what components influence on what as a percentage of GDP in Kosovo. The what or value added tax includes what inside the country and what at the border. So prioritizing increasing what inside the country while reducing what at the border could lead to a greater GDP. Based on the data, 25% of Kosovo GDP is derived from taxation or revenue in value-added tax and income. So consumption is very important source of revenue, which includes value-added taxes, includes customs excise. In recent years, tax revenues has increased. This is attributed to formalization of labor markets and inflation. The increase in the price of goods and services has influenced the increase in value-added tax. The budget revenues from taxes and excise has increased, and has been reflected in the increase in the prices of imported goods. So excise duty on imported goods, particularly tobacco and derivatives, has also plays a significant role in boosting revenue. The research question for this paper is which component, internal VAT or border VAT, has the greatest impact on VAT as a percentage of GDP? Multiple linear regression was employed in order to do this model. We have here the literature review. The study treated matters, main findings. According to the first author, Popova aimed to analyze consumption taxes in Western Balkan. What has shown strong revenue performance in Western Balkans. According to the second author's study looked how what affected economic growth in developing countries, what has a negative impact on capital accumulation growth. By the third authors aim to analyze the relationship between taxation and economic growth within European Union. The higher tax levels may negatively impact GDP. By the fourth authors, Vilio and Duro aim to analyze relationship between taxation and economic growth within European Union. The higher tax levels may negatively impact GDP. And the fifth authors purpose to analyze consumer taxes on nation's revenue, what has a significant impact on the economy. We have here data and methodology, descriptive statistics. We have three variables here: observation, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. As you can see, we have here 22 observations. We have value added tax inside the country, value added tax at the border. So if you see this data here, we can say that what has the highest mean and standard deviation. But if we compare what inside the country and at the border, we can conclude that what at the border has a slightly more significant impact, which suggesting higher dependence on what collected through imports. Dependent variable in our model is what as a percentage of GDP, as explanatory variable is what inside and what at the border. I've taken 20 years into analysis. The question is why we chose this model. Uh, we chose this model is for the reason is more convenient as a model. This is the first reason, and the second one is we have two explanatory variables like what inside the country and what at the border. The regression equation based on the models looks like this. We have what as a percentage of GDP, we have intercept beta 0, plus we have beta 1 or coefficients for what inside the country, plus we have beta 2 with a what's at the border, and plus we have um, or error standard for our model. Uh, we have here equation. I put here exact sum by the model, so you can see how the model it looks like. Econometric results we have here. As you can see, we have multiple linear regression. We have the number of observations, 22. If you look here to probe higher than F, you can see that is 0.000, which means that the overall model, our model, is statistically very significant. We have the scale of significance in R squared, which is 99.96%, which means that 99.96% of our model is explained by explanatory variables like what inside and what at the border. We have here the coefficients. If you see this data, the p-value is 0.05, which means that our model is predicted very well, accurately by independent variables, what inside and what at the border, which is very important for our model and the level of the significance. We have here econometric results for the test of multicollinearity. We mean width is 2.54, which is below 5%. In our model, we don't have a problem of multicollinearity, so our model stands very well in this aspect. We have here also another test for heteroscedasticity by Y test. So if you look at probe higher than Q2, which is equal to 0.5505, we can see that the p-value is greater than the typical level significance level. So this suggests that there is not evidence of heteroscedasticity. It's very important, meaning that variance error is constant. We are good, we stand good in this aspect. So this test for heteroscedasticity is very good one. Okay, and we have here a conclusion. Also, what's inside and what at the border has a significant influence at the what as a part of GDP, but what at the border marginally greater influence on what? If we see R squared, which is 99.96%, we can conclude that model explain nearly all the variability in value-added text, indicating an excellent fit. The limitations of our model is we took just 20 years in our analysis. Is availability of our data. We have taken just one or only one state into our analysis, Kosovo, but future researchers can add more than one country and to compare about similarities or differences about value-added tax, and I think it will be very good analysis. We have here some of the references that I used on this presentations. You can see here, of course, the final paper, we have more than that. And thank you for your attention.